Hello, my name is Carrie Dyer, and I built an interactive, intelligent gift-giving assistant. And it's based on the Mommy Shorts Holiday Gift Guide, which is an annual list of products, very carefully curated across 70 different categories. I think there's like 700 products here. And it's just a really comprehensive gift guide that is super thoughtful. And I wish I could kind of dig into it a little bit more in order to kind of put my gift giving brain on and ask it some questions about the people in my life that I want to buy gifts for and what it would recommend. So I built this interface where you can add in the recipient's name and their age, their relationship to you, and then a little bit about them. So I just made these up. I put his interest as he's really into like Broadway and musical theater, and let's create a record for him and see what it recommends. So right now what it's doing is looking at a database of gifts that I pulled from the blog post in a structured way. And it's looking at a persona that it developed based on what I put into the form. And based on that persona, it is going to recommend 2 different products for me, which I can read about here. And then I can come into the catalog, find those products, and read more about them. So based on Bowden's personality type, the engine recommends that we get him the theater is my sport sweatshirt. So these are alpha right now, but you can sort and filter. So I can look at that. I'm like, all right, $35. I can open it up, see a little bit more about it, zoom in a little bit, and then go over to the URL that is directly from the blog post. So it's a commissionable link. And then down here, you have the product summary, which is also a field agent generating that information. So that's how it works. I'll do another quick example. So this one's Mandy, and she's 40, and she's my friend. And let's see a little bit about her. And then her interests are here. Let's create Mandy's. We have our catalog again that was always going to come over in full. And then here it is. It's telling us a little bit about her and what it would recommend we get her. So based on the fact that she enjoys self-care and all of that good stuff, it's recommending the Dyson Airwrap and the Paris pajamas. So here again, she could search for that, or I could search for that, click into them and kind of read about whether or not I agree. The categories are pulled directly from the blog as well. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about the data layer and the field agents that I used to create this. So back here, the gift catalog is doing a couple of things. It is pulling a product summary based on the URL and the name of the product. So it's able to, let's see, it's able to, visit the URL provided and gather more information and kind of go out onto the web and learn a bit about the product and then create the summary here. It's also generating a product image. So it's pulling from, let's see, find a relevant image on the web to visually represent the given context. So super simple, and it's doing a pretty good job because I think the descriptions here are pretty good. I could probably refine that even more or even have a direct API, but pretty happy with how that turned out. And then over here on the recipient side, the agents are creating a persona, generating the gift recommendations, and then also extracting out the product name. Because I was trying to also figure out how to make the image of these things display as well. So I think if I was going to keep working on this, that's what I would do next, is have it actually display the recommendations, and I would add a lot more products. So I did actually pull all 700 of them over, and I just limited my data set a little bit so that I could show an example that I knew would work really well. But I think in theory, it would do a really good job of shopping the full list and making recommendations based just on these simple prompts. Some challenges I did run into with the field agents were that it had a really hard time finding a product summary for anything that had an Amazon URL, which was the vast majority of products in the list. So I'd have to figure out a better way to get it to work in that scenario. I think Amazon must be like locking down the description or something. And I'm assuming that because these are different and not Amazon, that's why I had more success. But if I showed you the full data set, it would be mostly broken here because it would say it was unable to find that information online. So I'd have to tweak that as well. So anyway, I hope that that makes sense and you enjoyed it. And I think it's something that I could actually use. So thank you.